Mockingbirds mimic people and sounds. I have known someone, leave a comment if you have, where I didn't realize it until much later. In talking to her, she was having this whole other conversation. It was like a song, like a mockingbird singing a song that was in tune with what was being said, but it was in tune with what was being said at a deep psychological level. Hello, welcome back as we continue taking a look at universal truth, symbols, symbolism, imagery, insight, and the complementary gemstones of the Sabian degrees of astrology. They are individual storylines, and there are 360 of them. We're taking a look at two each time, the opposite signs, because they are mirrors of each other. Today we're on Sagittarius Gemini 29. I thank you so much for being here. Without further ado, let's get into Sagittarius. 29 Sagittarius, a fat boy mowing the lawn of his home on an elegant suburban street. A house full of strange, disorienting angles and perspectives. Thousands of sacred objects and magical implements being cleansed, purified, re-energized. A flock of goats grazing on a vast lawn. A man seeing the underlying patterns and their spiritual meanings inherent in his past lives. The stone here is titanite, and it will be in the description along with the other stone if you want to take a closer look. It helps give us clarity, hope, gives us a sense of protection. It speaks to the third eye chakra, the crown, and the solar plexus. It stimulates mental functions. It aids in creativity and our organizational skills. It helps us absorb new information, accelerates learning. It helps make intuitive correlation between similar ideas in other disciplines. It also aids leaders so that they can help organize their workforce and aid in efficiency. Aids in manifestation and helpful during meditation. It is especially good for scholars, students, and leaders. This degree comes with it very strong psychic abilities, a man seeing the underlying patterns and their spiritual meanings. So this is somebody who can intuitively grasp deep understanding of whatever catches their attention. So a natural scholar, a natural researcher. This is someone who notices the oddities and things, and they do it so that they can get a deeper meaning of themselves and their outer world and pull it together and come up with meaningful solutions to issues or just a deeper understanding of life in general. The house of strange, disorienting angles and perspectives. That is noticing the oddities in personalities, personality disorders. This is someone who notices what people are drawn to because it gives clues to what's going on inside. This person wants to deep dive into personality, people, and whatever it is that catches their attention. And knowing that it's a reflection, like whatever they're drawn to or whatever security they're looking for, it is telling of their fears. It's telling of the pain that they are carrying. So this could be someone who is a psychologist, a psychiatrist, a doctor who wants to help people with personality disorders, or someone who just naturally draws people to them that want to feel accepted, are looking to finally look into the mirror so that they can let those things go. The key here is to just constantly be aware in a gentle way, and just that awareness of our picadillos, whatever is odd about us or with the people around us, don't really need fixing. They just need to have awareness. So, you can almost see yourself, if you wear this role, if you are a psychologist, see yourself wearing a mirror, and a loving mirror, like a mother would reflect back to their child that may have say they may have all of a sudden developed a lisp, and you know it's temporary, you know it's psychological, and that all they need is a little more love. And you don't have to tell them stop with a lisp. I mean, you just bring their attention to it gently, whatever it is, without condemnation. And that gentle awareness will help take away whatever it is. It doesn't need fixing. It just needs awareness here. Deep awareness is available here. This is someone who is very aware of outer appearances. The fat boy mowing the lawn of his home on an elegant suburban street. He wants to fit in with the highest of the high, and knows that what the outer reflects is what the inner is doing. So that awareness of body, that body consciousness awareness, or where you live, or your partner, is telling of what's going on within yourself. You tend to it, and in return it tends to you. So there's a big mirroring going on here. This degree wants to help in themselves create responsible transformation, but also to do it in others. And the best way to do that is awareness, to notice things in a loving way, like a mother would, a mother's awareness, a mother's gaze upon whatever may be not right is really all that's required to fix it here. We're at the very end of a degree, and the sacred objects being cleansed and re-energized, that is also an idea that we can use in meditation here to see that within ourselves. We have that within ourselves. To see them all cleansed, re-energized, purified, ready to go into action when we need them. We carry all of the sacred objects and magical implements within ourselves. Now's the time to take a pause and cleanse our minds, cleanse our bodies, cleanse our spiritual body so we can move forward with power. Let's take a look at Gemini. The first mockingbird of spring, a biologist doing intensive research on mold, a garden planted solely with shade plants. At dawn, the calls of birds mingling with dreams. Novelists discussing each other's work. Hessonite is the stone here, and it is said to be a stone of Rahu, or the North Node, in that it can neutralize the negative effects of it. It removes fear, gives clarity of mind. It helps in spiritual growth. It can increase appetite, vitality. It aids in boosting our wealth and our happiness, our prosperity. It opens psychic abilities, and it is useful for out-of-body journeying. Boosts self-confidence, helps us establish our priorities, brings balance in relationships. This is someone who goes at things in an obsessive, possibly an excessive way. People may label you that here, but it's so that you gain a deep, deep awareness and come back with treasures. The garden planted solely in shade plants and the mold, they grow in the dark. And we're here embracing the dark so that we can understand it better, because it is coloring the light that we walk in, our reality. So we're trying to get a handle on what the shadows are. The backstory is that we're living with the ghosts of our past. Our karma is the ghost of our past, and that the only way to shake the negative aspects of that is to understand it. So again, we're looking at loving awareness of our shadows. This person is a natural specialist, deep diving into any subject that catches your attention to the point of obsession. Could be a novelist, but this is someone who loves to talk to other people, who collect information so that they can gain a deeper understanding of themselves, and to come out with more communication that is deeper, an intermingling of the inner and the outer so that it is really rich and delicious information. Mockingbirds mimic people and sounds. I have known someone, leave a comment if you have, where I didn't realize it until much later. You know, I was not still communicating with her. Afterwards, I realized that this was very much a part of who she was. In talking to her, she was having this whole other conversation. It was like a song, like a mockingbird singing a song that was in tune with what was being said, but it was in tune with what was being said at a deep psychological level. And I just didn't appreciate it or understand it at the time. Leave a comment if you know what I'm talking about. So someone who reads between the lines and speaks the language of the subconscious. That's what's going on here. Really, really deep stuff here. So you could be into writing music, lyrics, singing, just as easily, you know, a nurse or someone who may be deeply wounded, who is trying to figure out themselves, and so you speak the deep truths of other people without even realizing you're doing it. So you may not be aware that you're doing this if this is your degree, or you're someone who specializes in helping those bring out the darkness so that they can integrate it with the light. That's what we're after here, is an integration. So it's a deep embracing of the dark so that we can integrate all the aspects of ourselves in a fuller, richer, more empowered way. There's a quickening that's happening here, and we're feeling it very strongly. The end of 30 degrees, okay, we're coming to the end of Sag, but we are also coming to the end of the 1, 2, 3 of Libra, Scorpio, Sag. So there's a really strong quickening happening here. This person can be likened to a mermaid diving deep into the depths of the ocean, coming back with pearls of wisdom. So that's what I have for you today. Leave me a comment if these symbols are speaking to you strongly, if you've had a dream about them, if you have a different take on them. I would love to hear it. And until next time, take care.